There's like a million things that I was going to talk about, and it all seems to just go right back to talking about the site and talking about making it and everything like that. And I think it's encouraging. A lot. I'm talking. I use a lot. Like it's a big deal. A handful, as encouraging as a handful of people have been. It's probably the better way to put it. I really don't feel like I belong, and not, YouTube now. With YouTube, now that I'm doing YouTube, it's just basically the latest place where I just don't feel like I fit into what it's supposed to be. I feel that I am a force of destruction, and I am messing up whatever continuity or things are. And yes, my site is very small and doesn't have that effect over the larger picture. The people who have liked my videos, and it's all few and far between. So it's, I think people come in. My average view time is only a couple seconds. So people, most viewers, as it were, don't even it's probably an accident autoplay. And they're just going on to wherever they wanted to be. So I'm not even in that, the must see, must do type of deal. But the likes and dislikes and stuff like that for the videos, I don't, you don't get it. Anybody who's liked or disliked any of the videos, you just don't get why I'm doing this and what it's for. And it's it's getting a little frustrating. And two of the latest loud noises got somebody coming in, and I think that they saw for like 10 seconds before they disliked it, and they were out. So it was just basically a drive-by dislike for two of them. And the people who like it, I don't even know how. Maybe I'll check to see how long that viewer watched the video for. And I think people don't understand that when you're this small and this contained, any little change, any disturbance, as it were. I have a metrics that actually shows me how long people spent on my site. I can see how many videos they're watching. It's not very difficult when there's so few. When you're getting one an hour, or one in a span of like 5 minutes, it's not difficult to see how long somebody has spent watching the videos. I mean, do people think that this is a secret? I know all my subscribers, even the ones that are hidden. I know who they are. And it's like, you don't know how, like, the tiniest little bit of thing because the site is so small. It's not like I'm getting 20 subscribers a day. If I was getting 20 subscribers a day, it would be very difficult, especially people who are masking their subscriptions. I am getting a subscriber less than a week. I'm getting a subscriber one every 2 weeks. And it is what it is. I'm not getting the views. Subscribers I could give a shit about. I don't care if people subscribe. Don't subscribe. And if you don't like my video, stop watching it. It's that simple. Why? Why would you put yourself through it? These videos, I can't sing to begin with. So don't even watch it. Don't even bother. Don't waste your time on me. Why? I thought foolishly when I started doing this in February that I would have, that there would be a buildup. And the only thing that I was doing right is consistently posting all the time and, just making videos to make videos. I started writing videos. I started, trying to culminate how it is. I was going to phase out loud noises. Has always been kind of the plan. I love doing it. I think that if people request it, I think I will just turn it into just doing request. But as far as my own personal thing, I can make my own videos. I don't have to share it. I don't have to share. I hate the sound of my voice. So why would I wouldn't even want to have videos that I would listen to that I'm singing in. And I'm sorry that it's that much of a burden. And I'm sorry of people who like it, that it's that much of a burden on you that you can't even comment of why you like it. That's what I want to know. That's where I want it to be. Did you laugh? Did you like it because this? Or did you just freaking feel sorry for me? I don't care what the reason is. Just say I feel sorry for you. So here's a like. Or quit while you're ahead. Here's a dislike. But comment. Talk about it. This lack of engagement is absolutely frustrating to no end. And I think that that's what YouTube is. And I didn't foresee that when I started doing this. I don't want to really make videos. It's, it actually is, I have very limited, I think I've discussed this before about I have very limited free time in my life to be doing stuff like this. I have to, keep a roof over my head. I have to put food on my table. I have to eat. I have to do those things. Those things have to happen. And then I have whatever free time I have left over. And I was using the free time that I was trying to play games and interact with stuff, but due to the pandemic, and also I was not having fun with some of the games that I was playing. I was spending the time doing these videos. They're probably going to stop. I mean, I can't even talk about that. And I'm sorry that I'm quitting. I'm like the millions of other, thousands or however many people have started up this year and quit. I think I'm going to just join those. That's a group I guess I belong to. I obviously don't belong to this group, is what I'm trying to say. And maybe that's what it really boils down to. I don't need the fame. I definitely don't need the aggravation. It's this is actually dipping into time that I really can't spare. and I I would love to do it full time, but it's obviously, like, I'm obviously not making it. I'm obviously not doing it. I have nearly 200. I have 200 videos. I know people who have 10 videos. I know some people who have 4 videos, and they're trying to make it as a YouTuber. And here I am sitting on nearly 200 videos, and and what do I have to show for it? My highest views less than 50. My highest rated, most viewed video since I started is less than 50 views of the billions of views that YouTube gets every day. That's what I rate at. I know there's a lot of YouTubers out there, and I know I'm not for everybody. And maybe I haven't found my niche, and I haven't found the group that I want to belong to. I have until, I believe, the 17th of July. I have loud noise videos that are just going to basically play out. I don't know if I'm going to do another another dose, because I wanted to start doing that daily, because this was going to actually transition into replacing loud noises after it was done. I have about 3 songs. Let me just grab. This is what I read. This is what I read off when I make loud noises, and these are all the songs that I've done so far. And I have, I make a hard copy of it. I have lyrics. I have lyrics here. Each one of these is a song that I've done. I could turn to any one of them, and it's just sing once, and that's it. And this is what I do. This is what I've been doing. This is supposed to be fun for me. This is supposed to be recreational. It's supposed to be kind of goofing off. I've got 3 songs that I want. I have a bunch of songs that I can't get music for, and I don't know what I'm going to do with those. And I'm going to probably just let them drop, and I'm probably not going to make them. I'm at that point. I am. And it could be my depression talking, and tomorrow my mania could change. I could change my mind and start making videos again, and doing all this stuff. T'Challa, you are falling down. Now you are not on the screen there. T'Challa. Okay. And I'm just, I don't know. I'm kind of, I think I'm reaching my limit is really where I'm at. I don't like my job, and I have to deal with it. And to feel like I'm being ignored on the place that I'm supposed to be, kind of winding down, I think is what hurts the most. The likes and dislikes, and basically the drive-by likes and dislikes, what is it? It means nothing. It means you're ignoring me anyway, and not only that, you're basically giving me a middle finger. Or the likes, you're basically, you're feeling sorry for me. Well, don't feel sorry for me. I don't need to be famous. I could probably use to be forgettable, if it really boils down to it. Like most people, like the people who like and dislike on these, you're forgettable, who are, I don't even know who you are. So how memorable are you going to be? I'm like I said, I just like I said, there's a million things about me that I want to talk about, hopes and dreams and wants and desires and hatreds and dislikes and stuff like that. But I think that I need to be expressing those things in a forum where, one, I feel comfortable. Singing is definitely outside or I don't know why I'm doing it, because it's so far outside of my comfort zone. I can't even begin to tell you. um I talk about how much I hate the sound of my voice, and it seems like I'm pretty much saying things. It's like you're giving myself my own affirmation. I don't need to affirm the things that I already know. I don't need it. I don't need to. Um, and I really, I don't know if like even being invited into the community or any communities, if that will will fix it. It won't. It hasn't. It hasn't. I've been welcomed into so many things in my life, and it always has ended up in disaster. I was welcomed into Star Trek fandom as a Trekkie, and then we became Trekkers, and then we became insane, and I was like, I don't belong here anymore. I used to belong to I was part of the Star Wars fandom, hardcore. I was a hardcore into Star Wars. I went through the whole thing. I was very critical of George Lucas's films, and maybe I'm one of those idiots that basically caused him to sell Lucasfilms to Disney, and they freaking ruined it. It's destroyed. There's nothing. I mean, and as much as I love The Mandalorian is literally on borrowed time, and eventually it's going to go away. It's not even going to be a part. Like people don't. They talk about it like it's like, oh, it's what's saving Star Wars. It's not saving Star Wars. It's basically what's destroying Star Wars for Disney. Disney wants it to go away, just like they wanted me to go away when they did the sequels. They don't want me as a fan. They don't want me to enjoy Star Wars anymore. And guess what? They succeeded. I don't enjoy Star Wars. I don't even like to watch. I spent a lot of time when the sequels came out watching videos and people talking about it, and giving their opinions about what was happening and how Kathleen Kennedy needs to go away and this stuff, and all the changes that they need to make, and how The Mandalorian is basically the only bastion left for a real Star Wars fan. And the truth of the matter is that no, it's not. It's not the last bastion for a Star Wars fan. The sequels are the bastion. The sequels are where the Star Wars fans should be. If you support and love those sequels, and you like the direction Star Wars is going in, that's where you should be. You should be part of Star Wars fandom. Me, no, I don't like it. I didn't like the prequels, and I definitely don't like the sequels. So, like I said, maybe it's my fault to cause George Lucas to sell Lucasfilms to Disney, because he didn't want to continue to ruin Star Wars for his fans. And instead of putting it in the hands of somebody who he sold it when Marvel was just getting good, and they saw what taking something. Disney takes something that has been failing and turn it into something that is, Marvel dominates. Marvel dominates the box office, and Marvel dominates everything. If having something with that is deeply rooted Star Wars fan, I can see why Lucas would want to sell it to Disney, because he would want to see them take a broken, Star Wars was broken. Like everybody talks about how great Star Wars was and stuff like that, but Star Wars was broken when Lucas sold it. And it was my sincere hope that when Force Awakens came out, that it would, reignite what was. They used what was in it, and they did nothing with it. It was a waste. What a waste. What a waste. What a waste of an opportunity that they had. But I don't belong. I don't belong to Star Wars either. I don't consider myself a brown coat. I don't consider myself a scaper. I don't even consider myself a Warhammer 40K anymore. I don't consider myself part of it. I don't. I have never fit into those groups. I'm not a D&D player. I played D&D for years. Met Gary Gygax. I was a part of all of that craziness that was going on with D&D, and where D&D is now with WotC, with Wizards of the Coast owning it. I hate it. It's no longer role play. Storytelling, the storytelling aspect that Dungeons and Dragons had when I first started is gone. It's gone. That storytelling aspect doesn't even exist anymore. The using of creativity, everything is about eliminating your creativity down to whatever the rules and set things, and they just make more rules to stifle creativity and people. Roll dice. You can literally do nothing but roll dice, and that would be, you can have a regular Dungeons and Dragons game. I hate it. I hate it all. It's all horrible. Again, where I'm going with this, I got major decisions to make. I don't know if it's going to continue. I don't know if I'm going to continue making videos. The dose of hope. I don't know if I'm going to continue doing that. There might not be one tomorrow, or the next day, or forever. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going to even take it. Obviously, if there isn't, this is where there will be the rest of the loud noises. I've had them already scheduled. They're ready, rip roaring, and ready to go. And 10 more days of it. And if you disliked the video and you wanted to basically see me go away, you got your wish. There you go. I hope you're happy. Hope that brought you a little bit of joy. I'm going to continue to look for something, and it might not be online, but and it might not be something as in this where anybody can see it and stuff like that. I did Facebook for years, and I felt pretty ignored there. And I think that was one of the that played a major factor in my decision to leave Facebook, more than their policies, more than the way they treat people, more than the way they handle toxicity, and even probably even more than the way they handled me. The preservation of the old post and stuff like that, I thought that was something worth saving. And you know what? The truth of the matter is, it's not. Because who fucking cares? Who fucking cares? I don't care anymore. So who's going to care? No one. No one cares. I'm the only reason for it. I'm the only reason for this channel. And I'm the only one that cares. And I have to tell you, lately, I think with the fact that like I said, I didn't even think I didn't think that I would ever get monetized, but what I thought was going to happen was at least I would get views. At least I would be out there. At least people would look at it, and at least it would do this. But I guess I'm not making YouTube money, so who the fuck? They don't fucking care about me. And you know, I really have to consider, what I belong in. Um, I thought it was find my tribe, but I don't even know if that is the answer. And it is something that I am actually struggling deeply with. I mean, I quit Facebook, around the beginning of the pandemic, and I didn't start on YouTube until my birthday of this year. So it was like I was actually out probably about 9 months, um, and um, I was probably already not posting very much in Facebook, to begin with. I know that one of my decisions to leave Facebook had to do with the death of my aunt, and mix the misinformation is probably the best way. The misinformation that she had, before she died, from COVID, and she died believing that this whole pandemic, this whole thing was just a plot by the Democrats. She really believed that. She believed it to the day she died. She believed that the Democrats were evil, and that's why she was a Republican. It's awful when I think about that. That T'Challa, you are not in here anymore. It's I can't even express like how awful that is when you watch like the whole news media, everything just literally collapse under this freaking craziness, and a pandemic that the America should have been the leader in. We should have led the world in stopping this and preventing it and being the best. We were the worst. We had the worst response from the rest of the world and every other country, because they look to us for guidance, are also failing in the same genre because they look to us for the guidance for the way out of this, and it didn't work. It's a freaking disaster. And again, there I was, poo poo poo, me me me, I don't have what I want. So I quit Facebook, and I did search, and YouTube was, I had this page already set up. YouTube was one of the first choices, and I didn't jump on it. And the reason I didn't jump on it is because I didn't care. And I think I think that if I had my birthday and I posted up those videos, I would not be doing what I'm doing right now. It would have ended at the videos. I have been told time and time again to wait. Big things are coming for me. You're going to be doing all these wonderful things. Be prepared and wait. And I've been waiting. If I go back to when I first started waiting, it would be 30 years. Then I was told to wait, it was 20 years ago. Then I was told to wait, it was 10 years ago. Now I'm told to wait, it was 5 years ago. All I've been doing is waiting for my chance to do something. And supposedly I've ruined my chance at stardom because I did this. Guess what? I don't think I had that chance. That whole ruining my opportunities or getting rid of my opportunities bullshit. I don't think I was ever going to have those opportunities. Everything was going to basically just turn to nothing. And like I said, I called it looking for my tribe, and it is that in a small way, but I'm just looking where I fit in, where I belong, when I'm part of something, something bigger than myself, and I don't feel that YouTube is providing that for me, and I think that now with 3 months. Has it been 3 months? Yeah. Now 3 months, 3 months and a week under my belt. Um, I am realizing that maybe this is people say continue it, hold out. Well, guess what? I did that with my job. They told me when I started my job that there's going to be a time and you're going to be like going, I can't take this, I'm going to quit. And I had that moment and I stuck it out, and guess what, I still have the job and I still freaking hate it. Why would I want to do something that now is basically stealing my free time away from me, that I'm going to basically resent, because if nobody's watching, nobody's going to care that I'm gone. And that's just how it is. Nobody, and that works across the board. And the sad thing about it is, I don't want to hit. I don't want to be, big time. And, cause this is supposed to be my downtime. I don't want to be huge and, have to like monitor it or feel bad that, oh, somebody disliked my video. Who the freak cares about that? People who dislike your videos. That means shit to me. What I do want is people to watch. And I'm not getting that. And since I'm not getting what I want from YouTube, I think it's time that I basically, hang it up. And I need to find that place. And if you're watching this video, whether it's tomorrow or 10 years from now, and of a place that you'd be like going, you know what, Sean, you're right. YouTube wasn't for you. This is a place this is something that would have worked out for you. And I'm not talking some cult thing or some religious thing or anything like that. I'm talking about like just a place for me to belong. Just so you know, Jesus didn't accept me either. So just like all of fandom. Jesus does not love me. How's that? He might love you, but he does not love me. God does not love me. The devil does not love me. They don't believe in me, and they don't think I'm going to amount to anything. Just like everybody else in my life. And since that's all these people in my life believe, I think I need to get people in my life that actually believe that I'm going to do something greater and are actually going to support that moving forward. And it definitely doesn't seem like it's going to work through YouTube. And yeah, I did the whole I'm doing this wrong bullcrap and everything like that. But you know what? I just definitely gave it the effort. Definitely gave it, my 100%. And yes, I did it kind of backwards. And, I didn't pound people over the head with subscribe, because I don't care about the freaking subscriptions. I care about freaking views. I care about people watching. And nobody's watching. You're not watching. I am like acting like you're watching this. If one person sees this, there's 100 people that skipped over this. And that's when that comes up, which could take years before this video actually comes up in somebody's thing and skip it. it is what it is. I'm gonna leave you with the usual cool beans, and we're gonna leave it like that. But this should have actually been this is not a test because it's talking about what I'm doing with the site, but it really is about my feelings. Um, so I don't know what the future holds or where it's going to go for me. Let's bring Chitala back in. But it's what it is. All right. So I hope you guys are doing really well. I hope whenever you see this, like I said, it could be tomorrow. It could be 10 years from now. But I hope whatever you're doing, you're enjoying yourself, and thank you for wasting your time with me. All right. Take care.